What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about why I am getting SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake, and you should too. This is my preview series where I take a look at an upcoming game and talk about whether I'm getting it, not getting it, or am somewhere in the middle. And of course, for this game, it was an easy get. I'm a big fan. Well, firstly, I'm a big fan of SpongeBob in general. You could actually go back to the original Battle for Bikini Bottom, or you could go to Rehydrated. I'm actually a fan of also several bad SpongeBob games. I've actually watched videos in the past of people doing, YouTubers, how they do reviewing every SpongeBob game that's ever existed. And I remember watching some of those, or like the worst SpongeBob games that have ever come out, and said, hey, I played a lot of those, and I actually liked a lot of those. Now, I was a kid. I haven't played them in a long time, but Battle for Bikini Bottom probably is the best SpongeBob game out there, and I do think the Cosmic Shake is going to be quite good. This is a very, and I've mentioned this word before, safe. It's a very safe game to me. I don't think this game is going to blow anybody away for probably obvious reasons, but to get more into the nitty-gritty, which is what I'm going to do. And actually, this has kind of been backed up from people that have been able to play the game at certain gaming events. This game has been playable, at least certain sections of it. This game is going to be very similar to Battle for Bikini Bottom. And I don't think that's unfair to say, but I also don't think there's that much room for criticism for it either. I've talked about it before. I think this is kind of the best case scenario for any kind of sketch or outline of what you want to do when you're remaking a game. So when you give a studio a remake and you say, hey, we want, and this studio, right, that's making the Cosmic Shake, they made Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. I think this is kind of how you do it. You give them it and you say, hey, learn how to make a SpongeBob game, a good SpongeBob, a game that's kind of universally thought of as good, okay? Remake what people consider to be the best SpongeBob game. Remake it. Okay, you did it. It's a very faithful remake. Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated is a great game that's a one-to-one remake that doesn't pull any garbage. It just is what it is, okay? Now you know how to do it. Now you know how to make a SpongeBob game. Now go make one. Well, the first thing you probably expect is they're going to make one probably pretty similar to what the remake that they just did was. And that's literally what we have here. It's not, again, unfair to say that the Cosmic Shake looks like Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated Part 2. It look, if you just called it that and it was the same general premise to it, you would easily fall in line. But I will say, obviously, new story, right? New worlds, new different things that they're doing. This is, I would say, how you do it. It's going to be very similar, I think, in how you control SpongeBob, in terms even the co-op kind of elements of it, the boss battles. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this felt, and again, from people that have played it, they have said this is very, very similar to Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which is totally fine with me. And then you also have the extra layer where, well, it actually is an original thing. It's the original voice actors, they're in it, and they're doing their lines, and they all sound fantastic so far, and it's a brand new story. Like, let's do some new stuff with things that feel very similar to you guys. Now, what that means is, if you didn't like Battle for Bikini Bottom originally, if you didn't like Rehydrated, you're not going to like this game, because they all kind of fall in line. If you do like them, then I think this is a very easy get. But that's why I say the word safe, because I can't see how this game completely falls apart. You know what I mean? I don't give review scores on this channel. I've talked about review scores in the past. I personally don't even go by them in the first place of other people's review scores. But I don't think this game can be like a 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10. Like, I don't think it gets that low, because I think it's trying to copy and trying to do what so many people liked and just kind of giving it not even a fresh coat of paint, because I guess that is Rehydrated, but, doing some new things. Unless the story completely falls apart, unless half of the voice acting and voice cast, let's say, completely phones it in, which it doesn't sound like that's going to actually happen. We've heard a lot of the voice actors already in this game. I have confidence that they're going to give it 100% and not phone it in. I think this game is a very safe bet to just being a very good game, a game that, for myself personally, I'm very excited to play it with my daughter. She's very excited. I've pitched it to her. She's very excited to play it. So we're ready. And we're not expecting it to be some, at least I'm not, I guess, some life-changing game, but I think it's going to be just a really, really solid one. And also, by the way, Rehydrated was the coming back party for SpongeBob, right? It's been so long since we got SpongeBob, and since we also got a good SpongeBob game. And then when we do get one, it's a remake of one that people think is the best. Well, what about just a brand new game in general? And that's also something this game specifically has going for it, right? Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, maybe you skip it, maybe because it's a remake, maybe people have an anti-remake rule, I don't know, right? But now this one is literally a brand new game. Now, to someone like me and you, it may feel similar to, Rehydrate, but maybe some people didn't even play Rehydrate, right? So this is their first unique new SpongeBob game maybe they've ever played, or maybe it's since, several years ago, quite a while ago, actually. So I really am excited for this game. Obviously comes out January 31st, the last day of the month, 2023. Across pretty much everywhere you can find a game, you're going to be able to get it. So I'm pumped about it. I'm getting it day one. Easy day one buy for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on the next one.